Okay, I think we should be live. Let me just double check if everything is running smoothly again. I'm not sure what's the delay on the stream. Hopefully it's not that much, but let me see. So yeah, that's right. I've got the notification on. Right, just gonna drop a message in the free Telegram and also on Twitter as well. So here we go. Just get that link. And we're gonna check out some charts. Obviously, again, I'm gonna go through euro dollar, pound yen, euro yen, um, gold as well. But if I have to be honest, I'm not really keen on looking for entries today. Nevertheless, we're still gonna check out the, if there are any opportunities whatsoever. I'm just gonna come back to the charts in a second though. Let me just set up the message. Here we go. If anyone is watching who hasn't joined the free Telegram channel, make sure to do so. There's a link below the stream, just below this video. It's called free Telegram channel. This way you're not gonna miss out on any future streams, and not just that, but obviously, um, you know, that's where we share daily setups. It's mainly euro dollar, but of course, for those of you who have been trading for a while, you know that there is positive, negative correlation. So based on a certain pair, you can potentially find the direction on other instruments as well. So whoever knows how to take advantage of this information will definitely benefit even from that free channel. And obviously we've also got a premium channel where I'm sharing daily setups on multiple instruments, and in fact you can check them out in my watch list right here. It's obviously all the major instruments, and plenty of the cross pairs as well. But yeah, that's where I include the crypto analysis as well. Looking at Bitcoin and Ethereum on a daily basis. I know a lot of people are into crypto now. You know, even trading through leverage, there's many people coming into the market just because of the crypto instruments, which is fine. Obviously, whatever works for you, that's what you should be going for. Right. So send a message on Telegram, and I'm just going to send one in Twitter as well. Here we go. Right, I think we should be fine. Okay, so let's have a look at what's going on here. Now, why am I saying I'm not really keen on looking for entries today? It's mainly because we have Fed's interest rate decision tomorrow, which means whatever is going to happen is actually going to happen after the news by the end of the week, um, but most likely after the news tomorrow. But that's mainly if you're looking for swing trading opportunities. So let's say if you're looking at the 1 to 4 hour chart. However, because I'm not doing those live sessions for several hours, maybe even less than a couple of hours, I pay attention to the 15-minute time frame as well. Which means if I was going to look for any trades today, I'd probably look for a downside continuation here on euro dollar. Probably not too far down, but as long as we get some sort of a pullback around this previous area right here, and we get a signal in the opposite direction, meaning for price to push down again, then this is what we're looking for. So obviously very similar setup here on pound dollar as well. Looking at the same thing, and let's say if we get a pullback before we break below this low, that would be ideal, because then I'm going to be looking for a continuation to the downside to take out that structure, which we're just forming up right now as we speak. So is something like this going to happen? Well, we'll see, but we're not going to rush with any trades, because even if you're wrong, even if you're not right with your analysis and with your setups, trading ideas, and so on, as long as you don't lose money, you're fine. Okay. Hi, Crystal. Morning. Just looked at the comment section. Right, so let's see. Yeah, gold is looking pretty decent for a downside continuation as well, but we can easily see spike to the upside as well. It's only the beginning of the session, so what about GJ? Let me clear up some of those levels from last week. Yeah, I'm not sure what's gonna happen, but if we see a downside continuation on pound dollar, we're probably going to see price taking out this structure right here on pound yen as well. Do you currently have any setups here, yourself? Looking at any pairs for potential entries? I really want to see if we're going to see that break below this structure right now in the beginning of the session, or are we going to have a pullback first? But it looks like we've already formed um, some sort of bearish price action here. I know we haven't yet broken below this previous low, but we've already seen that happening on euro dollar. So I actually think pound dollar is going to follow. And so that's why pound yen is looking pretty decent at the moment. Yeah, it'd be very difficult for me to enter a trade because I I turned on my computer, I looked at the screen and I was like, I'm not gonna be looking for any trades today. We've got important news tomorrow, so we may even see ranging market until then. And so I don't want to go short or long and just to see price action moving sideways. Let's see how it goes. I do like those rejection wicks on the 4-hour time frame on gold. It makes me think we're going to see another drop. And so if we look at the 15-minute time frame, we're not really moving anywhere specifically. But before that, we had a pretty strong downside move. Alright, so let's wait. Let's see if price is going to take out those current highs. So basically, I want to see price slightly above 2,746 level. And then to eventually look for short trades. But by the looks of it, we may not even tap into that level. Instead, we could continue down without seeing any sort of pullback whatsoever. So just got to be cautious with this one. Right, looks like pound yen is pushing down. We haven't yet broken below the previous low on pound dollar. What else do we got? We've got Fed interest rate tomorrow. Then on Thursday we've got European Central Bank. And let me have a look. I think there were news on Friday as well. So I'm just gonna drag that right here so you guys can see what I'm looking at. But yeah, let me just. I only need the high impact news. Right. So what is it? Thursday, 30th. That's right. And then Friday. Well, Friday I'm not gonna be looking at the charts at all, but all right. But we do have some US dollar news on Friday as well. All right. Thursday is going to be quite strong as well. Oh, we've also got Bank of Canada's interest rate decision tomorrow. I'm not even looking at dollar Canadian usually. Let me have a look. Think this one right here. Yeah, the chart on dollar Canadian is looking pretty awful, and this is the 4-hour time frame. This is not the price action you want to trade. Yeah, good luck to anyone who's trading dollar Canadian at the moment. Okay. Yeah, a little bit of movement on the JPY pairs, but other than that, not much on the majors. Talking about the first 15-minute candle. So pretty much nothing here on pound dollar. We definitely ain't got nothing on euro dollar either. Looks like gold is trying to push lower. But let's see. So I'm just going to place a horizontal level right here of this previous structure. Now, looking at the 15-minute time frame, if we manage to push above those current highs and then later on we get a reversal, this is the level that I'm going to be looking for targets at. Obviously here on the lower time frame. So I'm talking about the level around 2728. And so if we manage to get an entry above the current highs, obviously we're going to need to have a strong confirmation for that. I'm not going to place a pending order or just enter short right after the breakout here. I want to see a breakout and then I want to see a reversal. And if I manage to get a short entry anywhere above the previous highs, well, that works for me because I'm going to have a positive risk to reward ratio. With targets down around 2,729, I could potentially find a pretty decent setup. And if I decide to enter a trade today, I'm definitely going to use less risk anyway. So it just makes trading a lot more easier for me. That's fine, Christo, that's fine. Drive safely, mate. I saw your message on Telegram anyway, that's fine. Alright, I'm looking at pound yen and let's see if that 30-minute candle is going to close bearish. If it does, then I would consider this as a pretty decent reaction off of the 61.8 fib level. Um, but obviously I need more confirmation for potential entries. And to be honest, I would much rather trade pound dollar at the moment. But I don't see any movement. Not yet. So we're expecting lower interest rate from European Central Bank. And we shouldn't have any changes with Fed interest rate decision. So if there are no changes, there's probably not going to have, this is, I mean, the event tomorrow won't have that much impact if it remains the same, because, I mean, it's basically played out already. But then Thursday, especially for euro dollar, that should have an impact. Let me just leave that fib right here. So 61.8 retest on pound yen. And is that the 50% on euro yen? Pretty much the 61.8 as well. Yeah, perfect break and retest here on euro yen. All right, let's see another couple of dollars to the downside on gold, right around 2,736. And let's see if we're gonna have any sort of reaction. If we see a bullish momentum coming into the 61.8, this is gonna be good, because I will be then expecting that price will actually come back to take out those current highs. And if it does, then setup would be playing out nicely. But we could also continue lower, which means I'm not going to be looking for trades. So I'm going to leave that on. Oop, you see that 30-minute candle on pound yen? It's already starting to pull back. And so if I see the 30-minute candle closing up here above that structure, well, this is going to put me off. Yeah, nothing is going on with euro dollar and pound dollar. Just trading around the same level. Nvidia, the chip makers, are up 3.5% overnight. That's a pretty decent jump for a blue chip stock. It was actually up 2% in a matter of hours. They had a massive decline though. Right, so here is gold at 2,736. See, this is what I'm talking about, the 4 hour time frame with like multiple rejection waves to the upside, and then now we're pushing down. So that makes sense. But when you're looking for extra confirmation all the time, you tend to miss a lot of trades. But I found out about me that this is what works for my style of trading. Because you see, every time I wait for extra confirmation, I then enter a trade. If that trade hits stop loss, I'm totally fine with it. I knew I waited a long time. I saw multiple confirmations. I had enough time to think whether I want to get involved with that trade. It hits stop loss, it's just a part of the business. See, I'm not mad. But if I jump into conclusions right away without really waiting for extra confirmation and then that trade hits stop loss, then I'm annoyed and it will reflect my trading for the rest of the day. And so that's why I kind of learned to wait for a proper setup. And if I have to skip a trade, that's fine by me. And also on the other hand, if I wait for an extra confirmation, I don't get it, and then price smashes through my TP, that's fine. I'm not as mad as I would be if I enter a trade without waiting um, for extra confirmation and then it hits stop loss. And at the same time, if I rush into a trade and it hits take profit, I kind of know I got lucky. You see, and this is the proper mindset that you should have as a trader, because otherwise you're going to be rushing into trades every single time. And I've had enough of those. Um, I've had enough of those where I enter a trade, it hits my stop loss, and I tell myself I know I should have waited longer. Has happened to me so many times that I just don't wanna do it again. All right, quite a bearish price action here on gold, which is fine. At least we see some movement, makes it a little bit more exciting. Because if you look at euro dollar and pound dollar, it's pretty much staying around the same level. It looks like euro dollar is trying to push down now, but we're currently trading at previous lows. So let's see what's gonna happen next. Pound dollar though, really slow this morning. Now here's the 30-minute candle on pound yen. Not very convincing, but not too bad either. Yeah, I actually think we're gonna push lower. Yep, I don't see any entries. Let me have a look at UJ. Yeah, we're going to break above that previous high, aren't we? Yeah, I would be expecting to see price above 156. kind of looks like Euro yen and pound yen are about to reverse back to the upside after a strong bearish candle, but I actually think we're going to see a continuation to the downside instead. Now listen what I'm reading at. US President Donald Trump told reporters that Microsoft is in talks to acquire TikTok and that he would like to see a bidding war over the app. This man just wants to see action, man, that's all. I think I also read on another website that Mr. Beast is also trying to buy TikTok, or at least bid for it. But yeah, just like I thought, the market isn't very active and it won't be until tomorrow. we may see some movement during the US session, but nothing major. Yeah, if you're regularly checking the economic calendar, you kind of know when to expect the market to move, and you also know when there's going to be low volatility. So, to be honest, I'm really not expecting to have any trades until after tomorrow. But then I'm going to be away on Friday, so that basically means I'm going to write off the whole week. Because I really don't see anything that makes sense. I mean, I do have some setups here and there, but I don't have an A plus setup. And even if I'm looking at the chart, technically speaking, everything is aligning perfectly. It's still not going to be an A plus setup just because we've got high impact news tomorrow. So I don't even know if the market is going to, complete my targets, or is it going to trade sideways. And so I know for my personal strategy, the market conditions prior to news are not suitable for me. So it's best if I stay away. But at the same time, it really depends on the setup, because sometimes you may actually see something that is worth taking. And when you open such trade with lower risk, then you're absolutely fine. I've had trades which turned out to be really good winners because I didn't have an A plus setup. It was based on intuition. I opened with a really small lot size. The trade goes into my favor. A movement stops to break even. I add more to that trade, to that initial entry, and then it works out, but it doesn't happen every time. And so if I have to bet on how many times, how often that will happen, if I start taking those trades, I know I'm probably not gonna have a great win rate, because like I said, it's not an A plus setup. So the best thing to do is to stay away from the charts when you know there's nothing for you. And I kind of know that now, but I've also got plenty of experience now to be able to sit on my hands without pulling the trigger. Used to be very difficult though. I was really struggling with patience. So at one point, that last 15-minute candle looked like it was quite bullish, and then it closed below the previous 15-minute candle. So far, this confirms another downside move. Not telling you to enter a trade, I'm just saying this is what I see and this is my thinking process. Alright, so we do have some sort of reaction so far here on the 61.8 fib level on gold. So like I said just a few minutes ago, I want to see whether we're going to have a reaction, and if we do, and we already have one, are we going to gather bullish momentum here? Because if we see a strong upside candle, that probably means we're going to take out those highs, and then later on I could potentially look for selling opportunities. Not in between the sessions though. You know, if we manage to break above the current highs here on gold. So I'm talking about the level around 2,745. If we manage to break above that level and then we form that pullback, you know, before the US session opens, and then we're looking at price at a higher level than we're currently, during US market open, we could potentially look for selling opportunities here on gold. But like I said, for me personally, it's going to take a lot for something to convince me to enter a trade. Right, I think I'm gonna stick for another 10 minutes and then I'm gonna end it because nothing is going on really. I need to do some thorough research on DeepSeek, the Chinese startup. It's kind of blown off. So they claim to be better than, US industry leaders, like say for example OpenAI, and and I say they're cheaper as well. I haven't even seen the pricing model, but okay, so I'm gonna be observing gold for sure. And then potentially pound dollar for that breakout if that happens. And if it doesn't, then during that pullback, I want to see whether we're gonna have a reversal back to the downside, so I can then potentially find an entry. But I'm not looking to take a long trade on any of those, to be honest. I'm only going to be happy with continuation of the pullbacks on the higher time frames and to eventually find an entry on the lower time frame within that pullback. Other than that, I'm just not going to take an entry today. And so this 1 hour candle on gold looks pretty bullish to me. Yeah, if it manages to close like this or even higher, this is going to be a strong signal for a breakout, break above those wicks right here. So let's see. Now, if I wanted to be really aggressive, I'd probably drop down to a 5-minute time frame and be looking for entries from the 61.8, which in this case would have played out nicely. But the 1 minute and the 5-minute time frames are quite hectic. You've really got to have a really strong discipline to trade the 1 and the 5 minutes like a pro. I don't even know anyone who's profitable on the lower time frames. I would also exclude the 15-minute time frame as well. I mean, there aren't many people that are profitable, you know, compared to the mass of everyone who's trading, I mean, the Forex market. But those who are profitable, the majority of them, they trade the 1 hour, the 4 hour, the daily time frames. You know, they don't trade the 5 or the 1 minute charts. Ain't nobody got time for that. Gotta have a life as well outside of trading. So, or if you're really gonna be trading the 5 minute charts, then just pick a certain time of the day and do it only then. Yeah, I'll give it another couple of minutes and I'll end the stream. Yeah, looking at the 1 hour chart, and the 1 hour candle here on GJ, it's doesn't look as good as it looked like 30 minutes ago. Yep, I do like the 15-minute candle on gold. I just needed to close like this. I don't want it to pull all the way back to the downside. So when I'm saying that I want to see some momentum coming into the market, this is what I mean here. Just like we expected, a test of the 61.8 level and then some bullish momentum. So for me, it is very likely that we're going to see price breaking above those highs, right? Will that be the case? I'm not sure. I haven't entered a trade and I'm not looking to enter a long trade either. All I'm saying that to me it looks like there's going to be another downside move. So if I'm going to be looking for an entry, I need to get an entry above those highs. Alright, pretty decent signals here on GJ as well. Probably going to see price continuing to the downside here. Same on Euro Yen. Looks like the Euro is weaker than the Yen. It's been like that the whole morning, so we may see a bigger move, or at least a move that's happening sooner than Pound Yen. May see that downside move here developing before Pound Yen. And considering that we've already got the breakout here on Euro Dollar, that kind of confirms that idea. But other than that, gold closed bullish. Alright, I'm going to leave you to it, guys. I've shared my ideas. I'm going to be looking at gold mainly. And so, yeah, I think I'm going to end the stream here. If anyone is watching this as a video, not during the stream, make sure to check out all the links below this video. Join our free Telegram channel. This is where I share daily setups on Euro Dollar, other setups as well. And if you're running any promotions or anything like this, you're going to be the first to find out. You can also join our mailing list as well, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel. I'm doing live sessions pretty much every single week, and I'm also sharing very valuable information as well, regarding trading, specific strategies, and basically anything that I know about trading in general. So that's all for now. I'll see you next time. Take care, everyone. Trade smart, trade safe, and be careful. We've got important news coming up in the next couple of days. So I'm expecting to see some more movement on Wednesday and Thursday. All right, I'll see you